Okay, hello everyone and welcome to Kineo's Totara's Office Hours. Thank you for coming today and joining me to take a look at the Meta Course Link feature in Totara. And I will be your office hour host for the next couple of months. Taylor Craig will be out as she is on maternity leave for a period of time, but she will be back with us later. But until then, I have the pleasure of stepping in for her. My name is Tammy Belgard, and I'm a platform consultant at Kineo. My job is to work with our clients on configuration and training and on their Kineo Totara sites. And I see that some of you are ones that I have worked with in the past. So welcome today. Just to give you a brief overview of what office hours are, office hours is a 15 to 20 minute overview of a feature or function that is available in Totara. Our clients and others are welcome to attend, and it is open to all. Once the presentation is over, we'll go into a Q&A with our clients, and they can ask any questions pertaining to their Totara site. But that portion is only available to our clients. The 15-minute presentation, though, will be uploaded to YouTube and made available to the public. So today, here's what we're going to cover. The Meta Course link. Okay, I'm not sure how familiar you are with that. It's not used widely, I think, in Totara. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to show you how to enable this feature. And then we're going to talk how this pertains to the completed activities recorded with the Meta Course enrollments. And we'll also show you how Totara reports on completions for Meta courses. So with that, we'll take a quick look at Meta courses. So what we're going to do first is explain what Meta courses are. Meta Course is a feature actually of Moodle, and its primary purpose is to allow for sections or courses to enroll into a meta course. And a meta course is actually the course that will contain the content. The other sections are just the features for enrolling into it. I'll show it to you, and you'll be able to see some use for it in your organization. But the purpose is so that all the course creators and trainers can have the same content in one course and then add sections of users and then remove them as they wish. So for course content isn't changing, this is a method to reuse the same course. So what I did was I set up a course, and you're familiar with it. It's called How to Video. And the how-to videos just explain and show you how Totara works. Then I created 2 additional courses, and they're called Child Meta Course B and Child Meta Course A. These are going to be my child courses. The meta course up here is going to be my primary course or my content course. Now the first thing we have to do when we are going to set up a meta course, it's actually an enrollment feature. So if you go down here into Site Administration, you'll find your enrollment plugins under the plugins under Site Administration. And then if you go down to Enrollments, we're going to take a look at Manage Enrollment Plugins. So here's where you set the course meta link. By default, you will see that it won't be highlighted. So all you have to do to enable it is click on the eyeball, and then it'll become activated and available for you to use in your courses. So there's the course meta link right there, and it's turned on. Then what you do is you go into your other courses. First, we're going to take a look at the child courses. So if I go over here to Courses, Manage Course and Catalog, these are the child courses that I set up, and I'll take a quick look at them. Basically what it is a course shell. I click on the course shell, and I go into it. What I want to show you is just how blank it is. There's nothing in it except for one piece. If I go to Users and clicked on Enrolled Users, this is where my users are. They're in this particular section. So this is called the child course. Now if I can, I'm going to click and go over to my meta course, which is basically my course with content. Here's my course with content. You would set it up like any normal course that you have. And this is where you add your meta course link. Under Course Administration, you click on User, and you click on Enrollment Methods. Now what you're going to have is you're going to have the ability to add a method. So if you click down here, you will see these are the choices that are highlighted on that enrollment plugin. And then you can choose a particular type of enrollment method. Right now I have 3 enrolled through the manual way. There is no other ones added except for here. I did already link one of the courses, the course meta link, to course A, and once I linked that in here, it automatically enrolled the 5 users that were in that course into this course. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click and I'm going to do it again. You can do it that more than one course can be linked in at a time. And I'm going to choose Child Meta Course B. One of the features that you have in the Course Meta Link is you have the ability to add a group. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to allow you to add these users into a particular group in this course, in the content course, or you can create a new group if you want to. If you wanted to go into the general population of the enrollment for that course, you can leave it set to none. So right now I'm going to leave it set to none. I have no group set up and I have no particular reason to group them. So I'm just going to click here and add that method. Now what I have for this enrollment is I should have 5 users enrolled from the child course A, 5 or 6 enrolled from course B, and 3 enrolled from the manual enrollment. So what I want to do is verify that. How is that going to look on the enrollment? So if I come down to Course Administration, click on Enroll Users, here's where I see the enrollment. I want you to take note of when somebody is enrolled through a meta course, one of the things you are not going to see is the ability to unenroll them from the enrollment of that meta course. So all of these users here, it tells you where they were enrolled from in their method. These were enrolled from course B. Down here was course A. And then down here is the manual users. Notice that on the manual users, you can unenroll them at this point in this course. If you want to unenroll one of the users here that have been enrolled through the meta course link, what you need to do is go back to that child course, and then you need to unenroll them from that child course, and then they will be unenrolled from this course. Okay, so now I have my users for this course, and they're showing up here. Now what I want to take a look at is what does the user see when you've enrolled something like this. If I click on this, this is Teresa. Teresa has been enrolled in that course. You'll notice down here it says the meta course, so it's showing up here. But one of the other things that you'll notice is it's also showing that she's enrolled in both of these courses. So what happens is this course is showing up in this course, and so there's kind of a duplication. But if Teresa clicks on the child course A, what happens? Oh, she's been unenrolled here. Let me try again. Okay, so she goes into child course A and it's blank, just like we saw before. So if she goes back to her dashboard, since she's been enrolled into the meta course through course A, she can click into the meta course and she can get into the course that way. This can get confusing for people, so the way to get around this is this way. I'm going to go back over to my administration account, and then under administration, I'm going to go back to site administration, go to courses, manage courses, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide course A because there's nothing in it for her to do. So this is not visible. I'm going to put, okay, so no users can see it. I'm going to go back over and do the same for course B. So now that that's hidden, if I go back over to my user and I go back over to my dashboard, what happens is course A no longer appears as an option, but then what you see is you see MetaCourse here is available. And so they don't see that. It's not necessary for them to know how they were enrolled in the right course, but this is one way that we can do it and hide it. Okay? So one of the interesting things about this is if they're actually enrolled in course A, when they complete activities in the MetaCourse, where does that activity completion shows up? And that's one of the things I want to show you. So if I come back over here and I want to look at reports, I had some of this done already, and I'm going to take a look at the MetaCourse completion report. What you'll notice here, let me change this. So you're seeing the users in this course report that they're still enrolled in these course B and course A. And they're also enrolled in how-to video. So there's course A. You'll see that Teresa's enrolled in course A as well as Teresa is also enrolled in the MetaCourse. When she starts the work in the MetaCourse, it's going to show up on the report for the MetaCourse and not course A. Course A is showing absolutely nothing, but then it is showing up here. So the next thing I want to know is what happens when I disconnect one of those child courses to that to the MetaCourse. So if I go back over to the MetaCourse, and I go over to course administration, users, and enrollment method, I can actually delete the course meta link. So I can hit delete, and I'll hit delete here. Okay, so basically they should no longer have access to that course because of that. Well, you know within Totara that it keeps those reports. So what we want to do is now that that is done and they've been unenrolled, we'll check to see what shows up in their file. I'm going to go back over to the user, recycle. She no longer sees the MetaCourse available anymore. And if I go to the report, they're still showing up. So just like it would normally in Totara, once they've been enrolled in the course, they're showing up in the course, but they actually don't have access to that course anymore. And it's showing up that if they've done work, like Teresa did do some work, it's showing up as in progress. I actually completed Wanda's through an RPL, and so that's showing that that's completed as well. And so that is MetaCourse. I hope you got some new insight today as this goes. As you can see, Totara has ways of accomplishing this in different manners. Using audience, we can enroll groups of users and unenroll users, and we can use programs and certifications to control courses. So I hope today you get a chance to see another facet that's available to you. And that's MetaCourses, and thank you for joining me today. Now we'll go into our Q&A.